I am not a motivational speaker. I am your destiny tour guide. I diffuse enigma, strategic thinking, experiencing the reality of tomorrow, today. Diffusing enigma with Tunjihad. Whatever you have is not whatever you have. It is actually something that is passing through your hand. It is not your own. You are a custodian. You are a steward, not the owner. Welcome one more time. This is Diffusing Enigma with Tunjihad. And I want you to sit down and understand this inspirational talk show, because today promises to be something that will shape our society, something that is missing in our paradigm, something that is missing in our thinking, something that is missing in our attitude that has made the society to turn upside down. And you're going to join me after this timeout. But before then, we will be speaking on ownership versus stewardship. Join me after this timeout. Diffusing Enigma with Tunjihad. Welcome back. Like I said earlier, everything passing through your hand as a possession in that regard is not what you have. Everything passing through your hand is only passing through because you are a conduit, you are not a retainer. You must learn the wet principle of the pipe. A pipe is only a conduit that allows passage of fluid or passage of material through its diameter. And that is what every man that is resident here temporarily on earth should have at the back of his or her mind. You are not the owner of nothing. You are just the custodian of something. What comes into your hand should not be retained as what is your own. In fact, my scripture says, anyone that has not passed this test of stewardship should not be given the result of ownership. Because if you are not faithful in another man's, who will give you what is yours? All the things we meet on earth will be left here when we are going. Isn't that funny? And why do you hold possession as if you are the owner? You are only a steward. Look at life and sustain what is known as the money principle. Every dollar note, every pound note, every naira note, every Dutch mark note, every euro note that passes through your hand is not yours. It never belongs to you, and it is still yours. You are only holding it at the moment that you are holding it, because with time you need to spend, and when you spend, it gets out of your hand. It means anything passing through your hand, if you hold that money mentality, it is not yours. You can't use it as a toilet paper because it's coming from someone else's hand. It got into your hand and it will steward pass into another person's hand. If any man has not passed this test of stewardship and has this paradigm of ownership, you should not give them position to handle, because they will turn public property into their own private property. Stewardship is the ability for you to recognize that this thing belongs to everyone, and I am a custodian of it per time, per season, as at the time I'm using it. The moment you are dead, this thing passes across to someone else. Why do you hold life as if it is your own? If you actually understand this principle, you will hold life so lightly and so firmly, just like an egg. You hold it so lightly so that it doesn't break, and you hold it so tightly so that it doesn't drop and break at the same time. You should be a conduit that allows value to flow through you from one person to another. And the way life is designed is that a man that allows the passage of value through him or her will definitely experience that value. If you allow wisdom or knowledge to flow from you, from one point to the other, you will experience a part of that which you are given out. If you allow money to flow through you as a conduit from your side to another person's side, no, you will experience wealth. Now look at it. If I allow money to pass through me, that is, I have a knowledge of how I can multiply money. I have a goods I bought, I have $50,000. I have a goods I bought for that $50,000. If I want to sell back, I have to make profit. I have allowed value to pass through me, and a bit and portion of that stuff will be delivered to me. You don't become a retainer. That is why people get into the political office and become thugs, become rogues, because they have not passed the test of stewardship. Everything they see around them, they handle it as if they are the owner of all these stuffs. They don't know that they are just stewards. If you see a rich man that is truly rich in the right and logical way of being rich, you will discover that this is a man that can handle resources as a steward, not as an owner. And when you handle such as an owner, you don't destroy public properties, because you know you will use this, drop it, another man will take it up. Wealth is not a goal. Wealth is an experience you have with this kind of mentality. Don't be too poor that the only thing you have in your hand is money. Don't be so poor that the thing you have in your hand is only money. We have seen people that the only thing that makes them relevant in life is what they are holding to, like their own possession, like they are the owner of it. The only thing they are holding to is cash. They are so poor. When you remove that money, nothing else can be a form of value from them, because they are not actually investing to anybody or into anything or to make life better for their environment. And that is the reason why some third world are the same way they are. If it's not your own, you leave it to spoil. If it's your own, you hold it. Now people driving about on the road, and they even use the road as if they are the owner of it. They don't know they are just passing through that space in time and in season because they are there. If they cease to exist in the next 5 minutes on that road, it doesn't belong to them. So you use the road wisely. When you're using a public property, because you know you have this stewardship mentality, you use it wisely, because you know some other people will come around to have a partake in the use of this stuff. So you don't hold stuff. When you hold stuff, it stinks. When you hold stuff, imagine a pipe holding water. By the time a can, now that's why things in can, they stink. Things in pipe, they don't stink, because it allows passage. It handles things as a steward, not as an owner. I'm putting it forward to you today as you're looking at me. Have this paradigm, have this mentality that anything that passes through your hand is not your own, why it belongs to you at a particular point in time. This is Diffusing Enigma with Tunjihad. Hope to see you next time. Thank you.